Welcome dear students. So I am Swati BS, lecturer in computer science. So today we are going to continue the class 10 ICSE syllabus chapter number 3 values and the data types. Right. So before going to start this session, let us recall the previous session. So in the previous class, we discussed about the basics regarding with this chapter. That is, what do you mean by program and what do you mean by token? And we also discussed about the different character set in Java. Those are called letters, digits, and symbols, that is nothing but operators and delimiters. So that we discussed in the previous class in detail. So along with that, we also discussed about the one of the important topic called as encoding in Java. That is nothing but the whatever the data we entered by using a keyboard, it is not directly stored in the computer memory because the computer stores only the binary data. Because of that reason, we maintained the two methods, or we used the two methods to convert the data which is entered by the user into a numeric form. Those two methods are called the ASCII method and the Unicode method. So the details about ASCII and Unicode we also discussed in the previous class. So in today's session, we are going to discuss one of the interesting and very important topic called as escape sequences. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about the escape sequences. So when you consider the escape sequence, so first we have to discuss about the definition. What do you mean by escape sequence? So escape sequences are some special characters. That is nothing but there are some characters. So these escape sequences are used to control the cursor, while displaying used to control the cursor while displaying the output, or the, you may write, the values on the screen. Clear? So important. So what do you mean by escape sequence? Escape sequences are some special characters or some special string antanu heltivi that is used to control the cursor. So as we know, while you are seeing the output, now output noduvaga we can format the output based on the requirement. ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರಹ ಬೇಕಿರುತ್ತೋ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ತರ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಕೆನ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಬೈ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ escape sequences are the some characters used to control the cursor while displaying the values on the screen. Means used to control the output on the screen ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ನಾವು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಿಂಗ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅವಾಗ ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ used to control cursor while displaying the values on the screen ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರೀತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್ always slash with backslash, always starts with backslash. So escape sequences ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ backslash ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, followed by the backslash is followed by the specific character. ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು? ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಬರೀತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, escape sequence should starts with backslash and followed by a specific character. And very important thing is, always the escape sequences are enclosed within a double quotation mark. Remember dear students, while you are using escape sequences in the programs, escape sequence must be written inside. Escape sequence must be enclosed within the double quotes ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And when you consider the set of characters enclosed in a double quotation mark, ಅಂದ್ರೆ set of characters under a double quotation mark or enclosed under a double quotation mark ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so what do you mean by set of character? Group of characters ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. set of characters enclosed in a double quote is called as string ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ನೋಡಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಬಲ್ ಕೊಟೇಶನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್. ಅದೇ ತರ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಡಬಲ್ ಕೊಟೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ವೇರ್ ಆಸ್ ನಾವು ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಬಲ್ ಕೊಟೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಕಮಾಂಡ್ used to control the output on the screen. Or you may write it is a command used for printing the output on the screen antanu helabodu. So that means the set of characters or the group of characters enclosed in a double quote is called a string. For example, if I write inside the double quote academy anta ಒಂದು word ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ observe here, this is set of characters enclosed in a double quotation is called as string. ಅದೇ ತರ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎನ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಫಾಲೋಡ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ಎನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. If I write this within a double quotation mark, it become a escape sequence and it is called as a command to control the result on the screen or command to control the printing on the screen anta karitivi. So that is about the escape sequences. And what are the escape sequences we are having? Hangadre yavyavdu important escape sequences ide annadana kalita hogona. Escape sequence and non-graphic character. Non-graphic character means the specific name of that non-graphic character. ಅದರ ನೇಮ್ ಏನು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಆ ನೇಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ನಾನ್ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಸಮ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಅವು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವನ್ನ ನಾನ್ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಸಮ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಸಮ್ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ನಾವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ರೈಟ್ /b. B means ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್. ಬಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ರೈಟ್. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ /t. /t is nothing but horizontal tab. /t ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? horizontal tab. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ /n is nothing but new line character. /v means vertical tab. Then /0 is nothing but null character. Then // this is called backslash. Then / quotation, this is called single quote. Then / double quote, so this is called double quote. Right. When you consider the next one, /question mark. Then /r is nothing but carriage written. So right. So these are some of the important escape sequences that we are using. There are several other /a ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, audible bell. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫೀಡ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, /f ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫೀಡ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಸೆವರಲ್ which one escape sequences that we are using. Some of the important escape sequences are given here. So those are called backspace, horizontal tab, new line feed, vertical tab, null character, backslash, single quote, double quote, question mark, carriage return. So these are all the some of the escape sequences. In this, the most repeatedly used escape sequence and commonly used escape sequence in the programming language is these two, that is horizontal tab and /n. All the escape sequences are used in certain situations, but most commonly used escape sequences are /t and /n. What is /t here? Horizontal tab, /n is nothing but new line character. Let us discuss how this will work. So ಈ ಒಂದು /t ಮತ್ತೆ /n ಯಾವ ತರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. So clear with this students? So what is escape sequence? Escape sequences are some characters that will control the movement of cursor or that will control the cursor while displaying the value on the screen. Screen is nothing but monitor here. While displaying the values on the monitor, we can format the data, we can make the formatting of the output by using the escape sequence. How it can be done? ಯಾವ ತರ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್. So using escape sequences. So once again recall the definition regarding with this. So what is escape sequence? Escape sequence is a special string or a special characters used to control the cursor on the cursor while displaying the values on the screen. Or you may write simply the escape sequences helps us to control the cursor movement on the screen ಅಥವಾ while displaying the output on the screen ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. And these escape sequences enables the user to made and formatted data, means we can do some formatting to the output or we can do some changes to the output by using the escape sequence. The most commonly used escape sequences in Java we are going to discuss now. So in your syllabus they given the two commonly used escape sequences. In that the first escape sequence is called /n. This we call it as /n, right? So we read this as /n anta ಓದ್ತೀವಿ. So what is the expansion of that? /n ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And when you consider the /n, so this is the first commonly used escape sequences in Java programming. And when you consider this /n, it is used as a line feed. So it is used as a line feed character ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. It is used as a line feed character. What is the meaning of this line feed character? In order to understand that, let us write one example. So first we have to write a class called system. System output statement ಬರಿತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ಈಗ. System is a class, then dot operator, then object is out, then again dot operator, then function is print ln. So print line anta. What is the expansion of print ln? Print line. Remember, this is called output statement in Java. I will give the details of this while we discussing about the programming topic. So particular agi how to write the program ಅನ್ನೋ topic ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಲಿತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. So in this, remember, this is an output statement in the Java. System is a class, out is an object, print ln is a function. Now I will write a string. What is string? Already ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ, set of character enclosed in a double quote. Observe here. So name, so colon. So Akash is the name of a student. Akash is the name. You may write your name also. Akash is the name of the student. Then I am going to use the new line character called /n. Then you have to write a separator. So plus is the separator here. Plus andre ಇಲ್ಲಿ separator ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Then again double quotation mark. Age, that is 16 years. Then /n, double quotation close. Again the separator plus, then double quotation, string you have to write. String is nothing but collection of character enclosed in a double quotation mark, class 10, then double quotation close and semicolon. There is no necessity of writing /n here because it is a end. This is the last string I am writing. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ /n ಬರೆಯೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೈನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಈ ಲೈನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸಿದಾಗ the output of this, when you see the output of this, you will get like this. Observe, I written all the name, age and class in a single line, correct? But when you see the output by including this in the program, so the output of this line will come like this. Name Akash will come in the first line, and next age that is 16 years will come in the second line. Adhe tara class that is 10th will come in the third line. Why the output will look like this? This is called a formatted output. ಈ ತರ ನಮಗೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟೆಡ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು. You can observe here. So I used a slash in here, right? And we know that escape sequences written inside the double quotation always. And remember, so I've already ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ slash n is used as a new line character. What is the meaning of this? When the control encounters a slash n, ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಿಗೆ when the control encounters the slash n means when the control sees the slash n, controlಲಿಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ slash n, what is control? Control is nothing but flow of execution of program. ಈ program execute ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ wherever the slash n will comes, that means when the control encounters the slash n, then what it will do, iden madutte, it moves the cursor to the next line. It moves the cursor to the next line to print the remaining part of the program or the remaining part of the output, remaining part of the result antanu karibodu. Output is nothing but result, remaining part of the result. You can observe here. So when the control encounters the slash n, control ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ slash n ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎನ್ಕೌಂಟರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, then it will move the cursor to the next, means it will move the cursor from here to here and print the remaining part of the result, that the next result, age is equal to 16. Again slash n here, then it ends the control here and moves to the next line and it will print the class X ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And you can also write this slash n in a separately within a double quotation mark. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, it is included along with the string. ಆಕಾಶ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ n ಬರೆದು ಡಬಲ್ ಕೊಟೇಶನ್ ಹಾಕಿದೀವಿ. ಏಜ್ 16 years ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ n ಹಾಕಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಕೊಟೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ along with the string we included the slash n, right? String ಜೊತೆಗೇನೆ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ n ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. You can also write it in another format. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ತರನು ಬರೀಬಹುದು ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ. So let us take one more example. Int a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20. I taken two values here. One is a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20 is the another one. You can observe, now I want to print this output statement ಬರೀಬೇಕು. System dot out dot print line, that is print ln. So now I want to print these two numbers, a value and b value na print ಮಾಡಬೇಕೀಗ. Now observe, inside the double quotation mark, that is called string, as it is displayed on the output, first number is equal to double quotation close. So write the separator here and I want to print a, write a. Once again write the separator. Separator means plus a symbol you have to write. This will indicate these two are the different variables. ಇವೆರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಅಂತ indicate ಮಾಡದೆ ಈ separator plus ಅನ್ನೋದು. Then after that write the slash n, that is slash n. Observe here, slash n is written inside the double quotation. So in this way also we can write. Along with the string also we can include, or you may write separately within the double quotation. And again the separator, then double quotation, then the second number is equal to double quotation close, separator, b separator, and close the bracket and write the semicolon. So when you see the output of this, so idrad ನೀವು output na ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ you can see that the first number is equal to what you will get 10, and second number is equal to what you will get 20. So observe here, it will come in a different line because we used the slash in here. New line feed anta heltivi. So line feed, that is nothing but new line feed antanu helbodu idina. Clear with this? So what is slash in? Slash in is used as a new line feed character. So when the control encounters the slash in, it skips the current line, means present line in a skip ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, and moves the cursor to the next line to print the remaining part of the result. So these two are the examples. Remember students, this is called a string. ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಇನ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಹಾಕಿದೀವಿ. ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸಪರೇಟರ್ ಇಯರ್. ನಾವಿಲ್ಲೇನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀವಿ, ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡಿಗೂ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವರ್ಡಿಗೂ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕದು. ಸೊ ಸಪರೇಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದೇ ಬೇರೆ ಈ ಏನೇ ಬೇರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪರೇಟರ್ ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ the how example for how to use the slash in. So next we are going to discuss about the one more and repeatedly used escape sequence, that is called as slash t. So second one, that is called as slash t. So we refer this as backslash t, and the name of this one is horizontal tab, right? So when you consider the horizontal tab, so as the name indicates, horizontal tab means it is used to separate the values on the screen with a gap of 8 space between them. For example, if I consider the two numbers 10 and 20, if I displayed these two numbers on the screen, the space, if I used a slash t there, ಅಲ್ಲೇನಾದ್ರೂ ನಾನು ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಟಿ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ the gap between these two, ಈ ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್ಸಿನ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it gives the 8 bits of spaces or 8 gaps between these, 8 bits of gap between 8 spaces ಅಂತಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So 8 spaces or 8 bits of spaces between those two numbers ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Clear? So what do you mean by backslash t? That is nothing but horizontal tab. Horizontal tab helps to separate. So what it will separate? Helps to separate the value on the screen, that is nothing but monitor or the output screen antanu helbodu. So separates the value on the screen with a how many gap? With a gap of 8 bits or 8 spaces between them. 8 bits anta baradre it is more meaningful. 8 bits between them ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Clear with this students? So ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ here. So backslash t, it separates the value on the screen with a gap of 8 bits between them. And when you consider the next point, slash t is also one of the escape sequence which enables the user to make the output or to get a result in a formatted pattern. ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಟಿ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಎನ್ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ವಿ ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ in order to get the result in a formatted pattern. ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ to get the output in a formatted pattern ಗೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಟು ಯೂಸ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇನು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಅ ನೀಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಐ ನೋ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಎನ್ನಿಗೂ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಟಿ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಬರೀಬಹುದು ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನ. So the escape sequence, that is called slash t enables the user to get a result in a standard formatted pattern. In a standard formatted ಪ್ಯಾಟ್ರನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಟಿ. And when you consider an example that is called as output statement, system dot out dot print ln print line. So this is output statement in case of Java, and I want to print the two values now. Int a is equal to 30 and b is equal to 20. I want to print these two values now. So now double quotation string ಬರೆಯಬೇಕು. Strings must be always written inside the double quotation mark. So first number. Now observe here, after writing the first number I want a 8 space. So means 8 bits of space ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ is equal to ಹಾಕಿ ಸ್ಲಾಶ್ ಟಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಕೊಟೇಶನ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Then plus a plus means it is a separator, value of a will be printed here. Then again write the slash t, it will give a 8 bits of space. Then the next separator, you write the separator here plus. Then write the second string is nothing but second number. You have to print the second number, right? Second number is equal to slash t again, then plus b plus, close this and write a semicolon. Now when you see the output of this, so ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ನ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, so first it will print the string as it is. So yes, when you see the output of this statement, so first number as it is it will print equals, then we use the slash t, means it will give 8 bits of space. Then again slash t, it will give 8 bits of space. Then the second number is equal to, again we use it slash t here, means 8 bits of space it will give, that is b value is 20. And the separator at last is optional. If you want you can write, otherwise it is not necessary. So this is about the backslash t, that is nothing but horizontal tab which separates the values on the screen with a gap of 8 bits ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So this is about the escape sequences, and other escape sequences are also used. slash 0 ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, slash question mark ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, several escape sequences we are using, but the mainly and repeatedly and commonly used escape sequences are slash t and slash n. So regarding with the programming topic, so my textbook ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು program ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, go through the understanding of that. So I will explain the program in the next class. So then the next topic we are going to discuss now is about the tokens in detail. ನಾನು already last class ಅಲ್ಲಿ tokens ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. So in today's class we are going to discuss in detail about the tokens. Let us discuss about the tokens. So as we know, token means it consists of a set of valid characters used for writing the statements in Java, right? So Java is one of the programming language, so which consists of a statements or instructions which perform a specific task ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Similar to that, in order to write those statements, in order to write those instructions, we require the tokens. So what is general meaning of token ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, tokens is nothing but tokens consist of a valid character set ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, that are used for writing the statements in the Java program. ಆ tokens ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು Java programs ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ statements ಅನ್ನ ಬರೀತೀವಿ, that are used to write the statements in the Java program. So when you are going to define the token, ನಾವು token ಅನ್ನ define ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, tokens are the smaller elements used in the program which are identified by the compiler ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So tokens are the nothing but smallest elements ಅಥವಾ smallest units ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Tokens are the smallest elements or the smallest tokens used in the smallest elements ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, smallest individual units ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, used in the programs. ಈ tokens ಅನ್ನ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? These tokens are used to write the programs which are identified by the compiler. Compiler is one of the translator helps for the execution of program. So what do you mean by token? Token is the smallest element used in the programs which are identified by the compiler. And one more way of writing the definition of tokens is the token is defined as a each individual component. So important, you prefer to write this definition, e definition anna practice maadi. So what do you mean by token? Token is defined as each individual component, each individual component used in Java programs, used in Java. Since we are dealing with the Java language, so we written here Java programs. That's it. Any programming language we can write. Now Java kalita irodrinda Java program anta bariತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So what is token? Each individual component used in Java programs that carries some meaning. Means each token must have some meaning. That carries some meaning, and they take active part in. Active means important role in. They take active part in program execution. They take active part in program execution. So what is token? Token is defined as each individual component used in Java programs that carries some meaning and take an active part in the program execution. Means they plays a very important role in the execution of programs. When you consider the tokens, there are several kinds of tokens. So tokens in a different kinds are classified. In that, the first type of the token we referred as literals. So tokens are classified into several kinds. In that, first one is literals, and second one is identifiers. Third one is assignments. And fourth one is operators. And fifth one is punctuators. And last one is separators. So these are the different tokens we are going to discuss under this chapter. Literals, identifiers, assignments, operators, punctuators and separators. So in today's class, we are going to discuss only the first one, that is called as literals. So ಇವತ್ತಿನ class literals ಬಗ್ಗೆ discuss ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. So what do you mean by literals? Remember, the literals are also called as constants. What is the other name for literals? The literals are also called as constants. These are also called as fixed values. Because these cannot be changed at all. These values cannot be changed at all. E values na change madlikke sadhya ಏನಲ್ಲ. These values cannot be changed at all. Clear? So what do you mean by literals? Literals are also called as constants. These are the fixed values which cannot be changed at all anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And when you consider the definition of literal, means what is constant antanu kelbodu, what are literals antanu kelbodu. So the definition of literals is the value of a variable, means the value of any variable. It may be an A, it may be an B, any variable value. Variable is nothing but letters. So ನಾವು A to Z, small a to small z ನ variables ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Initialization ಮಾಡಕ್ variables ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Means if I write A is equal to 10, A is a variable here. A is equal to 10 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ವಾ, A ಅನ್ನೋದೇನು variable. This value of variable, what is value of variable here? 10 is the value of variable. The value of variable remain unchanged. What is the meaning of unchanged? Unchanged means it never changes. Unchanged means change agala anta artha. It never changes. Value of the variable remain unchanged throughout the entire entire program execution, throughout the entire program execution, so is called as literals. The value of the variable remain unchanged throughout the program execution is called as literal. So when you consider the meaning of this, throughout the entire program execution means until the completion of execution of your program, ನೀವು ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ರಿಮೇನ್ ಅನ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನೆವರ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ as literals. And these literals are again classified into several types. When you consider the literals in this, the first type is called integers, and second one is called real, and third one is called characters, fourth one is called string, fifth one is called boolean, sixth one is called null. So these are the different literals that we can see in Java programming language: integers, real, characters, string, boolean and null. So let us discuss one by one. So first we will discuss about the integers. Integer is nothing but it consists of whole numbers. Whole numbers andre you already know that. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 etc. till infinity is called whole numbers, but it includes both positive and negative numbers. So whole numbers alle positive numbers include ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, negative numbers include ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. For example 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. infinity, and here -1, -2, -3 etc. infinity. All these set of numbers can be represented in which constant? Integer constant. So integer means it consists of whole numbers with both positive and negative integers, or both positive and negative numbers. So these are called fixed point numbers. These are called fixed point numbers. Why these are called as fixed point numbers? Because the placement of the decimal point is at fixed position. So decimal point iruttala, so decimal point in a position enagirutte, it is fixed position. It is a fixed position, and this decimal point written is optional here. Decimal point compulsory illa. If you want you can write, otherwise you can neglect it. So decimal point is optional. For example, if I write the 15 as an integer, observe here there is a 0.0 here. 0.0 anta irutte anta artha. So this point is called decimal point, and this decimal point position is always fixed after the last digit. Last digit ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. It is always fixed in case of integers, and this is optional. ಅದು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. 15.0 ಅಂದ್ರೂ 15 ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅರ್ಥ, ಬರೀ 15 ಬರೆದ್ರು 15 ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ the integers are called fixed point numbers. This consists of a decimal point, and this decimal point's placement is fixed position after the last digit, and this decimal point is optional anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And when you consider the next one, that is called as real. So real numbers are also called as floating point numbers. Real numbers in ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರೇನು? floating point numbers ಅಂತನೂ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And these are also called as fractional numbers. What is the other name for this? These are also called as fractional numbers ಅಂತನೂ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Floating point numbers and fractional numbers. And when you consider this fractional numbers, as the name indicates, I will write the example 75.16. So it is a fractional number, or it is a real number anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, because the decimal point position, or you may write placement of a decimal point is not fixed here, or either be ಸೇಮ್ ಆರ್ ಮೆ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 0.001512. Observe the decimal point. So here after the 5 it is there, here after the 0, and after the 1 digit it is present. Here after the 2 digits the decimal point is present. That means placement of the decimal point is either the same. Placement of the decimal point is either the same or not at all the time. At all the time, that means the position of the decimal point will changes. So since it has a decimal point, these numbers are called fractional numbers or floating point numbers. Observe here 75 is called integer part. This is called decimal point. Decimal point is also called as period. Decimal point ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಏನಿದೆ, ಪಿರಿಯಡ್ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ 16 ಅಂತ ಏನಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 75.16, this 16 is called fractional part. ಆ 16 ನ ನಾವು fractional part ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So that the number is referred as a fractional number or a floating point number. And next one is characters. So what do you mean by character? Character is defined as each letter or digit, each letter or digit or any symbol enclosed within a single quotation mark. Enclosed within a single quote or single quotation mark is called as a character. You can see the example here. Single quotation T, it is a character. And single quotation 9, it is a character. Single quotation, any symbol, dollar symbol ನಾನು ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Any symbol means it may be a letter, digit or symbol. ಇದು ಮೂರನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಸಿನೇ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು. So it may be a letter, it may be a digit, it may be a symbol which is enclosed in a single quote. ಅದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕೋಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರೆದಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And next comes the strings. So when you consider a string is nothing but set of character. String is nothing but set of characters or group of characters ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Set of characters or group of characters that are enclosed in a double quotation mark. So remember, character ಅಂದ್ರೆ single quotation mark ಅಲ್ಲಿ enclose ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So string ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ that must be enclosed in a double quotation mark. So what do you mean by string? String means set of characters or a group of characters that are enclosed in a double quotation mark. For example, system. Observe here, system is a string. It is a S is a character, Y is a character, S is a character. These characters are enclosed in a double quotation. ಈ characters ಅನ್ನ double quotation ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ so that it becomes a string. ಅದೇ ತರನೇ computer. So observe here, computer is a string. Why it is called a string? Because it is written inside the double quotation, hence it becomes a string. So any character you may write like this 4122, and if it is written inside a double quotation it becomes a string. Any set of characters or a group of character which is written inside a double quotation is called a string anta karitivi. And next one is boolean. So boolean literal means it holds only two kinds of values, either true or false at all the time. At all the time means when you consider a boolean literal, boolean ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ only two values ಇರುತ್ತೆ, either true or false. True indicated by 1 and false is indicated by 0. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲೇ boolean literal ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬರೆದಾಗ it holds only two kinds of values, either true or false at all the times ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And the last literal is null literal. So what does it null literal indicates? Null indicates there is a empty set of values. There are nothing but there is no values. It identifies there is no values, or we call it as a empty set of values. Empty set of values ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. That is nothing but no values. And this null ಇಂದ ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಇದೆ? Why this null literal is used ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ null literals are the key null is a keyword or a null literal is a keyword used to initialize the objects and arrays. Objects ಅಥವಾ arrays ನ initialize ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. null is nothing but empty set of values. there is no values ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. these null ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? it is used to initialize the objects or the arrays. for example, I will initialize the value now. int a is equal to null ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ you can observe here. null means there is no value, 0 ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. so that is initialized to a here. a ಹೋಗಿ ಅದು initialize ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. so this is how we can use the which one tokens and the types of tokens, and we discussed the literal and what are the different kinds of literal. so what do you mean by token? Each individual component used in Java programs which carries some meaning and take active part in the program execution. And the different categories of tokens, in that first one we completed in today's class, and remaining part, that is nothing but identifiers, assignment, operators, punctuators and separators, we will discuss in the next class. So start writing the key notes of this, and if you have any doubts you can contact me through the WhatsApp. so thank you all.